NBA expansion drafts have shaped the league's roster and competitive landscape since their inception, as new teams join and must build squads from the pool of players left unprotected by their established rivals. The league first witnessed this process in 1961, but each subsequent round of expansion has introduced new rules, strategies, and stories. In 1995, with league attendance hovering around 16,000 per game and cable TV revenue climbing, the NBA welcomes the Toronto Raptors and Vancouver Grizzlies to expand into Canada, marking its biggest single-year growth since the ABA merger. Both teams alternate picks, each drawing one player from each of the 27 existing teams, but only from those left unprotected. That year, a coin flip determines Toronto gets the first expansion pick, but Vancouver secures the higher rookie draft slot, showing how even draft mechanics carry immediate, tangible value. Because 7 to 8 players per existing roster are protected, expansion teams largely sift through veterans on bloated contracts and young prospects failing to crack rotations. Top names drafted rarely become stars for their new teams, forcing franchises like the Grizzlies to endure 6 straight losing seasons. Toronto fares only a little better, notching their first 30-win year by season 4. When Charlotte becomes the NBA's 30th franchise in 2004, rules tighten to maximize competitive balance. A minimum of 14 picks, a focus on players under contract or restricted free agents, and again, a cap of 1 pick per existing team. By then, Charlotte's front office realizes that because only unprotected or unwanted players are available, aggressive trades and strategic flexibility matter more than the draft list itself. That year, Charlotte selects 19 players, but only one, Tamar Slay, signs as a restricted free agent. The rest leave or get traded, reflecting how risky the rules make long-term roster building for newcomers. Historically, expansion teams face long odds. Because established teams protect their stars, newcomers inherit rosters laced with expiring contracts and career role players. The Orlando Magic's 1990s expansion roster, for instance, features only one future All-Star in Scott Skiles, who posts just 7.7 points per game the prior season, a stark illustration of the uphill battle new franchises face to achieve relevance. Despite this, expansion can bring real opportunity. Gerald Wallace, an athletic defender from the Kings, emerges from Charlotte's 2004 expansion draft as a future All-Star and franchise icon, averaging 19.4 points, 7.9 rebounds, and 2.1 steals per game by 2007, showing that overlooked players occasionally bloom when given the chance to lead. League executives and owners embrace expansion because new markets can inject billions into league coffers. Analysts estimate that each new franchise can yield over $6 billion in entry fees and untapped merchandising revenue, while providing 30 additional full-time roster spots, more draft picks, and 2 new basketball cities per cycle. This economic surge, though, arrives at a competitive cost. League insiders caution about talent dilution. The product on the floor drops temporarily as top teams suffer from poached depth, while expansion teams rely on cast-offs and reclamation projects. Expansion draft rules evolve in anticipation of future rounds. Recent proposals allow teams to protect 8 players, force each team to make at least 1 player available, and restrict expansion squads to a minimum of 14 selected players. Yet key questions endure. Should two-way contract players be eligible for selection, given their limited NBA experience? And if a star like Chris Middleton holds a $34 million player option, should expansion teams gamble on him, knowing he could leave immediately and offer nothing in return but salary cap space? Impact stretches beyond roster mechanics. The moment Larry Bird is selected by the Boston Celtics in 1978, part of his journey involves an expansion environment, as the league eyed new markets. When Walt Bellamy finds a new career through the expansion pool, his 20,000-point career arc underscores the impact these drafts have on Hall of Famers' journeys. Therefore, expansion drafts write fresh pages for both rising stars and unsung contributors. Draft rules often prevent immediate success. Expansion teams are denied the top overall rookie draft pick. The Grizzlies and Raptors in 1995 receive only the 6th and 7th slots respectively, while the 2004 Charlotte Bobcats get 4th, not 1st, forcing teams to find creative means like trading up or banking on breakthrough prospects. The Bobcats, in their inaugural year, acquire Emeka Okafor after a trade, illustrating how maneuvering after the expansion draft becomes crucial to team-building strategy. Meanwhile, behind the scenes, league officials and board members debate how much protection is too much. Each new cycle brings tweaks. Expansion teams must find a balance between immediate competitiveness and slow, sustainable development through the draft, trades, and free agency. Over time, talent pools refill, and expansion squads, once full of veterans and journeymen, eventually boast playoff squads, all-stars, and, occasionally, Hall of Famers. Because each new expansion brings unique effect. The arrival of the Miami Heat in 1988, the explosive rise of the Orlando Magic in the early 1990s, and the long struggles of the Vancouver Grizzlies. Every NBA expansion draft serves as both a roster reset and a blueprint for how the league manages growth, competition, and opportunity.
If you enjoyed this, I'm going to be posting a lot here. I would greatly appreciate it if you could subscribe. Thanks for watching.